Hello, Seed and Joiner agents. Today we are going to be going over how to send a residential property condition report through your Docusign Transaction Room, allow both of your sellers to fill it out and sign it, and for it to return back into your Docusign Transaction Room in a digitized format. The very first thing I want to point out here is, first of all, I'm in my Docusign Transaction Room. It's my test room. And I've already pre-filled out Seller 1 and Seller 2 sections here, okay? First off, I want to make mention, you do not need to actually add a residential property condition report to your rooms from either Zip Forms or Docusign. There's no need to do that. We completely bypass the addition of adding documents. We go straight to the envelope section. You add a new envelope, give that envelope a name. And again, I want to make mention to you that you do not add any room docs here. It's very important for you to understand. It is a templated document. So all you do is click on Use a Template, go to Shared with Me. As you can see, there is a lead-based paint disclosure, there is a seller's disclosure, and there's a seller's disclosure addendum. So if you will click on both of these, if you need the lead-based paint, by all means, click that as well. We can add selected here. Now this will come up with the HOA addendum first. I want the whole residential property disclosure to come up first rather than the HOA addendum. So I can drag it over there like that and make it come up first. I'm going to go to Add Recipients. I'm going to go to Pre-tagged Roles. I'm going to click on Seller 1 and Seller 2. Seller 1 being me, Seller 2 being Kim, and I'm going to add selected. Now, it's very important here that you understand that only Seller 1 can actually fill out the residential property condition report. None of the fields other than the signature and initial fields are assigned to Seller 2. So we need to change this in the signing order to number 2, so when Seller 1 fills out everything and signs it, then Seller 2 automatically gets a copy of the signed and filled out residential property condition report. If you leave that as number 1, both of them are going to get an email at the same time, and the Seller 2 is going to be signing a blank document, which is not a good practice whatsoever. Moving on, if you want to have a email to your recipients, you can do so there, as you know, and we'll click on Next here. As you can see, currently I'm in Seller 1, and Seller 1's initials are already there, and Seller 2's initials are already there. Nothing at all should be changed in these fields. These fields are specifically designed for this template. There should be no editing or adding anything to this document whatsoever. We want to make sure that we restrict anything whatsoever that would allow us as agents to put anything on this form, as this is a form for only sellers to fill out. I also want to point out that every field must be filled in with something. All fields are required. So if there's something that's not applicable, make sure that you tell your seller to put NA or not applicable in that section, because it will not let them finish the document unless all fields are filled out. Again, let me just remind you, please do not try to edit or add or remove anything from this document. We'll hit send. Go back to my email here, and there it comes in for me as Seller 1. This would be your sellers. Your seller can review the documents. Your seller will hit continue. They will hit start and begin filling in their information on the seller's disclosure in entirety. Hopefully your seller will be able to complete this all in one sitting. That is our hope. But if something does come up, you can always let your seller know that they can come up here and finish later and then go back into the document. Every field is required, once again, and must be filled out. Now, once this has been completed, Seller 2 is automatically going to receive an email. Once seller 2 completes her signatures or his signatures, those signatures will be right here in owner. Then both parties, both seller 1 and seller 2 and the listing agent, will all get emailed a copy of this document. This document will also go right back into your Docusign Transaction Rooms, into your Room Docs section, and that is located right in Documents and Room Docs. I hope this has been helpful. I know this is going to save a lot of you a lot of time, and it's going to help get your sellers on board to have this document filled out in entirety so that you can then in turn get it into the MLS in the appropriate amount of time as well. I thank you for watching. I thank you for listening. Once again, I thank you for being a C2N Joiner real estate agent. If there's anything I can do or any broker of the company can do, please make sure to reach out. I hope you have a wonderful day.